Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to VidaneTV. First race of the season this week. Would have been the third if we didn't have that little bit of a power blip on Monday night, but I digress. We're doing a little bit of racing here this evening. Showtime, Paul Strickland Jr. up in the broadcast booth alone this evening, but that'll be okay. There's 50 laps on the docket, 50 laps on the docket here tonight. The very first race, the very first time we've been here at Oswego Speedway. So I'm excited. The drivers are excited. Everybody here with the Turn4 Podcast iRacing League is excited. There are 32 drivers fighting for 24 spots here this evening. It is going to be an absolute blast. You know it's going to be a blast anyway when you've got street stocks out on track. So that is going to be super, super cool to check out. We're going to give these drivers 3 laps. 5 minutes on the clock to try and get themselves into the show this evening. We ride on board right now with the number 78 car of Mike Hopkins out there going to try and get himself qualified into this show right off the rip. It's going to be Skylar Shippey's got the quick time, and as these drivers roll off the timing and scoring line, you'll be able to see those pop up there on the left-hand side of your screen. We'll change the graphics so we can actually get the right information there. Lots of new tricks here, lots of new tools here at VidaneTV. So you're going to be seeing lots of cool graphics. There you see it. Skylar Shippey with a 20.343 so far, holding on to the pole. And you can see some of the drivers towards the back half of the field trying to pick up by a couple of tenths. But look at how tight those top 2 times are, within a tenth of a second. Remember, you got 3 laps to get it done here this evening. Riding on board with current 6th position car, the 45 of J.D. Stockwell. He wrapped up. He's going to go up and slap the wall real quick. But we do have a new quick time. Aaron Thompson with a 23.33. Triple threes for Dale. There you see a great shot of the Dirt Vision. Got to give a shout out to everybody over at Dirt Vision. Ashton Smythe over there, little Jake Paticki, Matt Thomas, the guy that built this place. Well, he didn't really build the place, but I've heard he's done very, very cool things here at Oswego Speedway. Halfway through the time on the clock for qualifying, 2.5 minutes down, 2.5 minutes to go for the first race here of the season. Beautiful shot there as the sunset starts to set on I believe that's the back straightaway. It might be the front straightaway. I haven't actually been to Oswego Speedway yet, but it is definitely on the docket here for, pardon me, for old Showtime next year. Love to get out to this area and up in the Northeast, out in the New York area, get some more racetracks under my belt, and maybe point a camera at some race cars and see if we can't do a little bit of racing action. You can see just how gorgeous this place looks. Got the big screen over there in turn number 1, and man, oh man, looks like a cool racetrack. Looks like we're going to have some fun. 50 laps on the docket here tonight for the Lightning Chassis 50 here this evening to kick things off for the Turn4 Podcast Winter iRacing Series League. It's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. There's a lot of money on the line here tonight. A little bit of jingle in the pocket for the top 3 as GTR Promotions and Lightning Chassis, they're putting up a little bit of cash here tonight. GTR put up $75 for the winner, $50 for second place, and $25 for third. That's nothing to bat an eye at, especially in today's economy. So going to be seeing some hungry drivers battling it out for a little bit of extra coin at the end of this one. Couple of drivers still out on track, 42 seconds left in the qualifying session. There's Aaron Thompson on top of the board right now with a 23.33. Chippy there with a 4:10, 6:05 for Quadros. Kenny and Martin the top 5 as they run. Still a few moments for drivers to get out there and try and knock off their opponents from that pole. Does anybody have anything for Thompson there with 20 seconds left in queue? Appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight as we get wrapped up with the qualifying session. Lots of racing action here in the iRacing world on VidaneTV. Lots of real racing action here as well. The folks that don't know, I've spent myself about 3 weeks on the road. Went out to Dominion Raceway, got some racing out in there. Was out to Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway and heading out to VIR here in a couple of weeks to do a little bit of the thing. But that's tomorrow's news. Today, we got to take a look at what's going down here at Oswego Speedway, the virtual Oswego Speedway, as we take a look at the starting lineup. And there you see the starting grid on your screen right now. The number 19 of Aaron Thompson going to come off with that pole. That 20.333 going to hold on. Skylar Shippey, 100th of a second slower, 343 for that 51 car. There you see Tony Quadros and Kyle Kenny going to make up row number 2 with Colton Martin and Dylan Zulo in row number 3. In behind them, Boop turned the page. There you see Rodney Huntoon in the 7 car, or in the 12 car. Check that. Starting in the 7th position, Kyle Dumas rolling off P8th. Rounding out the top 10, going to be Nathan Wenzel and J.D. Stockwell. Justin Prescott there in the 11th spot. Sean Boudreau in the 12th position. Now, we did make mention there were indeed 31 drivers that showed up to put up a qualifying lap. Only 24 drivers are going to make the field, so that's something to keep in mind here all season long. There you see Keegan Tabor in the 6th car, going to roll off P13. Dominic Lafleur in the 14th position. The big boss man here for Turn4Podcast, the double hot DJ Gerard, going to roll off P15 with Corey Casagrande in the 7 CT rolling off 16th. Eric Larendu, Colin Penn, 17th and 18th. And rounding out the 24-car field, there you see Eric Pomasco in the 19th position. Garrett Benson making the field. P20, Kyle Buck, Paul McCorbury, Aaron Burke, and Aaron Benware. I think there's Evan Burke, rather, and Aaron Benware rounding out the field here this evening. So we made mention Mike Hopkins not able to make the show. There you see everybody on the screen at this point not able to make it in. Casey Hodgson ran Monday night. We're going to be showing that race tomorrow night before the NEP race. That's going to be a lot of fun. And man, oh man, we have so much racing action on VidaneTV here that, well, we're not going to say that you're going to be sick of it, but there's going to be a lot of choices for throughout the winter. 4 nights of racing action from now all the way and through the month of March. It's going to be cold outside, but here at VidaneTV, we're going to keep you warm. Look at that sunset. Beautiful sunset off of 3 and 4. The pace truck down pit road. We are getting ready to go green flag racing at Oswego for the very first time here on VidaneTV. Side by side, 2 by 2 as they come out of turn number 2. This place almost reminds me of a Waterford Speed Bowl where it's not quite round and there aren't quite straightaways. There's you're almost on the wheel the entire time all the way around. Caution flag going to fly early in this one, lap number 1. A couple of cars pointed in the wrong direction there. You see the 35 car pointed in the wrong direction there as well. We'll see if we can back up the tapes and take a quick little look, see a little bit of bumper car action happening back in the back of the field here. See if we can take a shot from the old drone camera, as it were, the VidaneTV, the YRD instant replay, as everybody looked good. Double by double, little contact there, a little bit of a checkup, little bit of a connection issue. So kind of a perfect storm there. Couple of big bumps, but nothing too squirrely. Might have tore up some body panels. We'll get to see if we can get some of these guys down on pit road to get those cars repaired and get that all fixed up. No quick repairs in this one. No tires on pit road for this race as well. You got to do all 50 laps on the same set of stickers that you put on the car before we qualified. So keep that in mind here as well. Going to be a little bit of a cat and mouse game, I believe, in this one. Is it a 46 car getting a little bit of that damage? Going to get some of that repaired down on pit road here. Caution early lap number uno. As you see the lights on the iRacing pace truck still on atop of that pickup. We'll wait for them to go around and make another circuit and see where we're going to pick that up. But you can see Up front, still going to be Colin Penn. Aaron, timing and scoring, doing a little wonkiness here. We'll get that all squared away once they cross the line here. It happens in short track racing, both real racing and sim racing here as well. But that 19 car of Aaron Thompson still up front. Good looking street stock as well. I'm a big fan of the black and purple there, and big fan of the way this racetrack looks. One of the things that really stands out is the flag stand is actually on the inside of the racetrack rather than the traditional outside. So neat little characteristic here for Oswego. Write it down in the notepad and hopefully get myself a selfie up in that flag stand when I get up there next year. We will see when that is. We will see what that is. But as you can see, caution flags do not count. We're going to get that restart once again. Thompson down on the bottom side. The 46 car, Eric Lerner up on the top side, waiting for that green flag. Check that. That's the 51 of Skylar Shippey up on the outside. Green flag flies. We're racing once again here for the Lightning Chassis 50 at Oswego Speedway. Great jump there for Aaron Thompson, able to pull away by 3, 4, almost 5 car lengths as they head on down into the turn. The number 12 car of Tony Quadros able to slide into that second position. Skylar Shippey dropping on back to the third. Kyle Kenny, Colton Martin rounding out the top 5 as they run. Still cannot get over how gorgeous that sunset is in the background. There's a new fastest lap here on lap number 3. It is the leader, a 20.481 for Aaron Thompson as he's pulled away just a little bit. Caution flag flying once again here on lap number 3. There you see the boss man, DJ Gerard, pointed in the wrong direction in the 0 car. See if we can back up the tapes here. And wow, look at that. Did you see? We'll get another good shot of that, but that brake rotor was cherry red as he came to a stop there. Down on the bottom side, scrapes the wall just a little bit, gets a little bit of a checkup and a bump ski from the back. Look at that brake rotor, bright cherry red. That may be an issue later on down the road because we're only on lap number 3. There you see DJ Gerard going to pull down to pit road. Interesting pit road down here, and going to get a little bit of damage worked on. No tires here for these drivers, so going to get some of the virtual sheet metal banged out on this one. And there you can see a couple of other drivers taking advantage of the caution flag to try and get some of the repairs taken care of for their car. Aaron Thompson still the leader. Tony Quadros there in second. Skylar Shippey rounding out the top 3 as they run here. We're live all over the internet here this evening, and well, we've run out of monitors here at VidaneTV HQ, so we're not as interactive with the chat this evening as we would like to be, but we are working on that. Lots of craziness going on here at VidaneTV HQ as we've got a lot of different projects we're working on right now, and trust me, it is going to be a very cool winter here on VidaneTV, and lots of cool stuff in the works for next year. Real racing, sim racing, merchandise, news, we got it all here at VidaneTV. So we thank you for taking the time out of your Wednesday night to join up with us. Be sure to give us the like, the subscribe, to share, all that good stuff. Let your friends, your family know, your neighbors, let your dog know you're watching a little bit of short track racing here on the internet here at VidaneTV. We'd love to have you here with us, and we'd love to have you join the conversation with hashtag VidaneTV. There you see the lights off in the iRacing pace truck. We are lined up 2 by 2 by 2 all the way through, getting ready to take that green flag one mo again here at Oswego Speedway. Pace truck's off. Everybody's lined up 2 by 2. Nice slow start there for the 19 car. Had a great restart last time. Was able to pull away. This time that high line goes right with him. The 12 car of Tony Quadros is able to hold on to it. He's going to slide up the racetrack though, and the caution flag going to fly once again. Some of the drivers here trying to knock some of the ring rust off of this one. There you see Kyle Buck off the pace there in the 5 car. Little issues there for the green Cinco car. We'll take a peek at the instant replay here, the U.S. Racing Designs instant replay. We're still working the kinks out with our replay machine here, so bear with us just a little bit. one of the new tools that we have here, and there you can see the calamity here. We'll back up the tapes one more time, and it almost looks like it may have been a missed shift. A little bit of a bump there from the 71, and calamity ensues. And yeah, look at how cool these street stocks look when there's just body panels and nose pieces flying all over the racetrack. It's like a regular Friday night at the short track here in the iRacing world. Pretty cool to have that. You can see Mr. Buck going to take that 5-car down to the safety at pit road and try and get his crew to jam on it, try and get them to work on it just a little bit, see if he can get that thing back out there in time without losing a lap and not losing too many positions. It's really tough with the short schedule we've got here with the Turn4 Podcast Winter iRacing League. You got to get everything you can out of each and every race. So when you have issues like that on lap number 4 here in the first race, it's a little bit tough to try and fight back up through that. Lights still on top of the iRacing pace truck. We'll see if we can get a quick word with the big boss man, DJ Gerard, in that double hot car. DJ, Paul Strickland up in the booth. You got a copy?
We got a copy down here.
Hey, man, I know it's getting ready to go back to work time. Just how excited are you to have the Turn4 Podcast Winter iRacing League back for another season here on VidaneTV?
Really excited. Obviously, there's a lot of interest. We sent some guys home tonight, and awesome thanks to all of our sponsors and you guys at Vidane for stepping up and broadcasting this for us this year.
Absolutely. Lights out in the pace truck. How do drivers out there, how do sponsors get involved? They find you over on the Facebook, right?
Absolutely. At Turn4 Podcast, shoot us a message, and we'll figure out how to get you involved.
That's the stuff. DJ, we'll talk to you later on. It's time to go back to work. Good luck, bud.
Thanks, man.
DJ Gerard, big boss man, the league owner here in the Turn4 Podcast. You can check out the Turn4 Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. They're over on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook. Good racing info all throughout the Northeast here, but there we go. Lined up 2x2 once again. Pace truck down on pit road. Green flag flies once again here at Oswego Speedway. Another great start for the number 19 car. You can see all the way down on the bottom side of the track. The 12 still up on the high side. Going to try and tuck in. Ooh, car up into the outside wall. About 8-9 cars back. Shippy in the 51 car going to try and take advantage of the distraction and go underneath. Little rubbing, little scraping, little trading paint there for that P2 spot. They are dead even at the line. They hold on to it. A little bit of wall damage on that left side for the 51 of Shippy, but he is going to Shippy it. And he is going to hold on to it. There you see it paid off. 20.415, as Ashton Riki would say, quick time for the Shippy machine. And the number 51, he's going to take that number 2 spot. He's going to try and cross them up. There we go. Little bit of a slide job. Little itty bitty slide job. New fastest lap. That's going to go right back to Thompson with a 262. And that's one of the cool things we've got here at VidaneTV. As these drivers cross the lines, as they make those quick times, those fast laps, we got a little notification there up on the top of the screen, and it gives us just a little bit of something to talk about. Aaron Thompson able to pull away by 2-3 car lengths over that second place spot of Shippy. There's the 12 car of Tony Quadros running in third. Kyle Kenny, Dylan Zulo rounding out the top 5 as they run 8 laps down, 42 to go as they come to the stripe to start lap number 9. A little bit of single file action. Great shot there from the speedy cam. Good shot of all the rubber buildup down to the bottom side of the racetrack. And it's always fun to see the similarities between sim racing and real racing, especially for myself. Been doing a little bit of the real racing broadcasting stuff here, pointing cameras at race cars, doing a little bit of the production and all that fun stuff, and it's very cool to see. We like to pride ourselves at VidaneTV for crossing that gap between the sim racing and the real racing world with 41 laps to go here at Oswego for the first race of the Turn4 Podcast Winter iRacing League. But man, oh man, when you see a racetrack like this, and I know I could hop in the pickup, I could hop in the VidaneTV S10 and make the drive 3-4 hours northwest, I think, from where I'm at. We could go check this racetrack out in person. And it's one of the coolest feelings, especially when you go the opposite way. This past weekend, I was down at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway running the Turn 1 camera for the ASA race, the All-American 400 of all races. How cool is that? Came back Monday night, or Tuesday night rather. RBR kicked off with, the RBR Maritime Group kicked off with season Ocho, as we've called it. I know Canada and French are usually hand in hand, but Ocho sounds cooler. We'll get back to it because caution flag flies once again here with 39 laps to go. You can see the 46 car still on pit road. Garrett Benson off the pace down on pit road there as well. Still kind of working on the replay machine here with the new system we've got, so we might not have that replay, but it does put us under caution once again here with 39 laps to go. And one of the things that these drivers know is that the caution flags do not count, so that's good news for anybody that needs to come down pit road and maybe get some damage repaired, get some stuff taken care of, and they'll be able to get back on track very, very quickly. Great field on hand here tonight, 24 strong, 32 drivers showed up here tonight. A bunch of them had to go back into the hauler and watch us here on VidaneTV, so we appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight to watch us. We made mention we're live all over the place. We were live last night from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway with the season Ocho kickoff of the RBR Maritime Group. And, well, in quote-unquote real life, I was actually down at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway as well. So for me, it was very cool to be able to do the All-American 400, work that broadcast. That's going to be on MAP TV in a couple of weeks' time. Be sure to check that out because it was one heck of a race. But to be able to come back here and do an iRacing show at the very same racetrack is very cool. And it's the same deal with Oswego, man. I haven't been here yet, but I do plan on going here at some point next year, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Loving this short track racing, loving this TV business, loving going fast and turning left. There goes the pace truck down on the safety of pit road. We got them lined up 2 by 2 all the way through, and we getting ready to go racing once again with 39 laps to go. Able to get it all sorted out there. Another great start from Aaron Thompson, able to pull away by 2-3 car lengths this time, side by side now for third. Little bit of a gaggle back there for third on back, a couple of rows 2 by 2 all the way through, and beating and banging. These guys know it's the first race of the season. You got to get everything you can early on in this one. So drivers doing a great job up front. There you see Quadros and Thompson able to pull away just a little bit. Skylar Shippey in that 51 car able to break away. Quadros going to take a peek down for the lead. Nothing quite there yet, but they're still side by side there for 7th. Kenny Kinney, Justin Prescott, JD Stockwell, Nathan Wenzel all up in the mess for this one. They're trying to hold on to a top 5. They're trying to get in, trying to hold on to a top 10, trying to get in to the top 5 as we have 35 laps to go at the stripe. And it does take a couple of times a couple of laps for everybody to get used to each other. It's been a long, we call it the off season, where everybody's concentrating on the real cars and the real racing. And there's not usually much time these drivers to kind of work on their sim rigs and work on their setups and all that good stuff. So we call that the off season. Being it's the first race of the season here tonight, there's going to be a little bit of beating and banging. Everybody's got to get used to each other's driving style and all that good stuff. Working right now, a couple of drivers trying to get in to the top 10. JD Stockwell, Kyle Kenny, DJ Gerard now in the 10th position. You can see the American double hot there on the bottom side of the racetrack. Kyle DeMoss, Sean Boudreau trying to break into that top 10. Up front, though, still Aaron Thompson by a couple of car lengths over that Tony Quadros number 12 ride. There you see Skylar Shippey in behind as well. Dylan Zulo and Colton Martin running the top 5. There you can see a new graphic down there on the bottom right of your screen. The most positions gained so far here with 32 laps to go. Paul McCaubry up 8 positions. Justin Prescott is up 5. DJ Gerard, we talked to him moments ago. Very excited for him. He is up 6 spots. Kyle Buck He's up 7 spots. Corey Casagrande has gained 4 spots. So a couple of drivers on the move, heading in the right direction, and you can see those top 3, they're on a move. They pulled away by a couple of car lengths over Zulo. Zulo, there you can see him in that 4th position from that speed shot. He is all by his lonesome. As you can see, the sun has set, and in the racing world, and well, in the world in general, everything gets darker when the sun goes down. Caution flag flies once again with 30 laps to go. DJ Gerard finding some issues. Looks like he's got a little bit of damage there on the front of the car. Flagman waving that yellow flag. We'll back up the tapes here to see if we could take a peek at what went down. Everything looking relatively clean throughout the corners. There's that bright orange, something is orange up in that skyline. And take a peek at the replay. A little 3-wide action back there. DJ Gerard up on the high side, and everything looked good. We get back down to 2x2. There's those bright red, cherry red. Oh, a little bit of a slip up there from the 51, it looked like. Tried to save it, little bit of drift in action. Holds on to it, saves it that time fine. But as we come back around, calamity ensues up in front, the 35 around, the 3 car around. And there you see DJ Gerard in the wrong place at the wrong time, as is the 08 car. The 10 is able to get by as well. The 51, the 46 getting a piece of the action as well. Let's see if we can back this up one more time, and we'll take a peek at it from the blimp if we can. There you see. There's the contact up front, a little bit of squirrely, tried to save, a little bit of overcorrection, but got it all sorted out. Couple of drivers getting some banged up sheet metal throughout the field, and we're going to see a couple of guys down on pit road to get see what they can get out of this one. We made mention there's no tires down here on pit road, so everybody down here trying to get some tires, get their cars sorted out, get back on track, and see what they can do for the final 30 laps here, the first race of the season. And there you see reaching up, hitting that switch on the dashboard, turning those lights off in the iRacing Pace truck. 1 to go last time by. Already lined up 2x2 all the way through, and that front row has not changed too much. Aaron Thompson in the 19 car choosing that bottom side. The number 12 car of Tony Quadros there in second. Skylar Shippey holding on to the 3rd spot there as well. And remember, the podium finishers get that little bit of extra money in the pocket after the race. The winner gets $75, second place gets 50, and third gets 25, courtesy of CTR. Check that, GTR Promotions, as the green flag flies once again. Lightning Chassis on board for the sponsorship of tonight's race here as well. So be sure to check them out over on Facebook, all the socials. Get over there and show their support, because they're supporting the stuff that we love to do here with the sim racing world. As the green flag flies once again, couple of drivers are really getting friendly with that inside wall down on the bottom side of the racetrack. It doesn't look like it's slowing anybody down too much, but man, oh man, there is a lot of scuff marks on the wall and these virtual race cars. You can see the top 3, top 5 really able to break away single file, a little side-by-side action there for 5th. Even that gets sorted on out there. You can see the 4 car of Colton Martin holding on to that spot. There's the 04 of Justin Prescott, JD Stockwell up on his high side, the 03 and Nathan Wenzel there as well. He's going to take a peek down on the inside of that black and green machine. That's a car that's real easy to see at nighttime. Bright green with chrome numbers. That's the money ticket right there. The 45 car going to lose his spot to the Wenzel machine of the 03 car. Kyle DeMoss right in behind. He's side by side with Corey Casagrande in that 7 car. Breaking on in to the top 10. Kyle Buck, after earlier issues in the 5 car, a little bit of damage on that street stock, but he's holding on to it right outside the top 10, trying to get a little bit of piece of the action. Colin Penn right in the action as well. There's the 52 car. Rodney Huntoon in the 012 as we kind of go through the field here. Great looking street stocks. And if you don't like street stock racing, I don't know what to tell you. It's the bee's knees for me. There's the one car of Sean Boudreau and Dominic Lafleur right in behind. Eric Pomasco there as well. 25 laps to go. There's a little side-by-side action between the 57 and the 71. 71 getting tucked up on the high side. Another bright green and black car. Always a good combination of colors there as we race into darkness. There you see Keegan Tabor. Oh, little issues up in front. Corey Casagrande is in it. The 71 is in it. There's a handful of drivers up in this. There you see the 15 car losing some virtual sheet metal. Everybody able to drive away, so that's definitely good news. But that's going to bring out the caution once again here at Oswego, and we will take a look at the taste. The U-House Racing Design. See, that's how we know it's been the offseason for so long. The YRD Instant Replay. A little bit of bumper tag between those four drivers. They get it all sorted out, and you can see it looks like the issue may start with that 7 car of Corey Casagrande, because they kind of drove through that shot. We'll back it up one more time, take a peek at the blimp again. You can see the 15 up in front. There's some contact. Nope, just kidding. With the 03 car down on the bottom side, everything looks good there. Looks like it might have been a little bit of a bump ski there from the 7, or to the 7 rather, of Corey Casagrande. Kind of a lazy spin around in that one, but it's right up in the racing groove. So there you can see Corey Casagrande going to be down on pit road. He's going to try and get some of that damage repaired. A couple of other drivers taking this opportunity to get some repairs on their machines as well. 24 laps to go. We're past halfway here at Oswego. There you see Corey Casagrande there on pit road trying to get all sorted out and back on track as quickly as he can. There you can see the 10 car down there as well. Pomasco in the 71 there as well. Aaron Thompson still holding on to the lead, and new second place driver, new second place driver, Skylar Shippey in the 51, able to slide on up to that front row. The 12 car now down on the inside, so that's going to be interesting to see if Tony Quadros is able to make anything happen down on the bottom side, because we've seen him restart on the outside of Aaron Thompson in that 19 car multiple times. So it'll be interesting to see him restart right from his back bumper. And a 51 car is Shippey going to be up on the outside. 2x2 all the way through. We're getting ready to do the thing that we do here on VidaneTV, and that's a little bit of short track racing on a Wednesday night. The Turn4 Podcast Winter iRacing League presented by Lightning Chassis. GTR Designs hooking us up with a little bit of podium money here as well. Coming to the green flag once again. There it is from the flag stand. Green, 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 green. Okay, I timed it a little bit off. I was looking up for the outside of the, well, you see him. He's down there on the inside. Green flag flies once again. We're less than halfway, or we are more than halfway through this one. Less than halfway to go. And you can already see the intensity starting to pick up. That 51 car is Shippey out of the outside of the racetrack. Getting a little bit of scuff on that wall. The 12 car going to slide back into that second position. Side by side, almost 3 wide there for the third position. Thompson will lead that lap as they cross the stripe. 22 laps to go. The 12 car not wasting any more time. Going to take a shot down on the bottom side, nose to nose, as they head into turn number 3. Quadros doing everything he can to try and take that victory lane money, and he's going to try and lead that lap. That time, 19 car Thompson going to hold on to it, but there you can see a great big drive from the 12 car all the way down to the bottom side of the track. Shippey trying to go even lower. You saw sparks fly off the left-hand side of that virtual race car as he scraped the wall just a little bit, trying to get down underneath the 12 car. The 12 doing everything he can to hold on to it. Going to take over the lead, slide on up in front of Thompson. New lead of the 12 car. Tony Quadros moving to the front. Take a look on board with that second place driver. Led all of the laps except for that last one, Aaron Thompson. You can see bright white gloves. We love it when drivers wear those bright gloves in the real racing and in the sim rig, because you can just see how hard they have to saw on these wheels to make it look like they're pointed in the right direction. You can see down to 70 miles an hour into the corners, 85, 90, 95, almost 100 miles an hour heading on down into the corners here, and that is no joke when you're in a street stock. I've done it a couple of times at Stafford Speedway, and man, oh man, is it a cool feeling to be ripping on down into the corner of a racetrack in a street stock. The 19 car is there. He is all over the back bumper of the 12. Going to take a peek on down low. Quadros leaves the door open for him just a little bit. Just a little bit. Thompson, very respectful though, says, no, I'm going to hold on just a little bit. I'm going to try and set you up, and I'm going to try and kick that door down myself as he tucks back into line behind the 12 car. Front three, single file once again. A little bit of a different order than we've seen earlier on. Now you can see fourth place is able to get tucked in line at single file. Little side-by-side action there for fifth in behind JD Stockwell, the 45 car there. Whoa, easy. The 04 and the 4 and the 03 brawling. Triple threat match for that sixth position. They want to get into the top 5. They really want to get on the podium to try and get a little bit of that extra finish money, the bonus money. How about that slide for Thompson as the yellow flag flies? We're going to have to see where timing and scoring lines those two drivers up, because that was close. Not sure who the leader is, because we're not sure where the scoring loops were. And there you can see car pointed in the wrong direction. Going to be the one car, as we'll take a look at the YRD instant replay. It looks like a little bit of a bump ski here in this one. There you can see the black and green 13 down on the bottom side. Just gives just a little tappity tap. Sends them on around. The 77 gets a piece of it. 46 getting a little bit of a bump out of it as well. So there you see everything sorted out with timing and scoring. The 12 car is going to hold on to the lead, and the 19 of Thompson going to slide on and back to second place. And as they cross the stripe here this next time by, we'll be able to reset timing and scoring. And again, 16 laps to go. It's going to give these guys an opportunity to get some repairs done on these virtual cars. And one of the cool things about VidaneTV, we talk about it every show. We're able to bridge kind of the gap between the real racing and the sim racing world. A lot of these guys, if not all these guys, involved in short track racing, whether they're a driver, a crew guy, a track worker, an official, a safety guy. There's a lot of connections with the real racing world and the sim racing world. So we always got to give a shout out to our friends. My buddy Vinny Villarreal, I think that's how you say his last name. I'm not sure, because I always call him Vinny. But man, he is a monster when it comes to content creations, especially at the racetrack. So if you're heading down to the Snowball Derby, or if you got one of those crown jewel events coming up, give my boy Vinny a call, slide in his DMs. He's out in Wisconsin, but he's willing to travel. He was just in Nashville this past weekend hanging out with me. So he put up a lot of good work, and it's always cool to see the real racing friends hooking up with the sim racing friends and just making beautiful magic when we see these race cars go around the track. So that's going to be one of the things we're doing here at VidaneTV, is we're going to be kind of shouting out some of the folks behind the scenes in the real racing world and trying to make those connections between sim racing and real racing. Because if you need something done and you don't know where to go, it's tough to get that job done. Pace truck off. We're getting ready to go racing. 16 laps to go here at Oswego. Pace car down, 2x2 all the way through, and you can see we got to take the green flag once again here at Oswego Speedway. Sporty little racetrack, and you can see we got to take a look at some of these onboard shots, because man, oh man, these guys are hard on the wheel. Take a look at the onboard of the 45 car, JD Stockwell. You can see the outside of the car real good. There you can see a great shot of the battle for the lead. The 19 car down to the inside of the 12 car, able to hold on to it. There you see Shippy. He's going to Shippy it. The 51 car beating and banging, trying to take that second spot. There's the 04 on the inside of the 45 of JD Stockwell here as well. This is street stock racing, ladies and gentlemen. Beating and banging. Fender to fender, door handle to door handle. You could put a zip tie between those two cars and you wouldn't even be able or you'd be able to hold the zip tie up. That sounded a lot cooler in my head. I'm excited. I'm sorry. Street stock racing. Front two pulling away by just a little bit. Side by side there for third. Side by side for fifth as we race into the darkness here at Oswego. Coming up to cross the stripe, 12 laps to go. Front two able to pull away once again side by side for that third position. Guilford Prescott holding on to it. 12 of Quadros after that first couple of laps after the restart. Getting sent back just a little bit. He's stuck on that high side. The 03 car taking a look down onto the bottom side. Nathan Wenzel breaking on into the top 5. He looks like he's bringing some company with him there as well. Colton Martin in the 4 car making his way heading towards the front. JD Stockwell still stuck on that high side, dropping on back just a little bit, and you can hear the calamity. You can hear the sheet metal scrape up against the walls here as they cross the stripe. 10 laps to go. You can take a look there on the bottom right hand of your screen. The most positions gains, that's going to go to the 52 car. 9 spots, Colin Penn. Justin Prescott, 8 spots. How about Evan Burke in the 08? 8 spots. Kyle Buck in the 5 after the earlier race incident. He's up 7 spots. A lot of these drivers moving up towards the front. There you can see JD Stockwell. He's net gained 2 spots. Falling back here in the late going by just a little bit, and it's one of those deals we made mention earlier on that there are no tires for these drivers here at Oswego for the first race of the season. You got what you got. You have to qualify on the same set of tires that you race on, vice versa. So everybody kind of seeing what they've got here. You can save a little bit earlier on, but man, oh man, as this race gets on, you can see just how hard these drivers are racing. There's a good shot of the glowing brake rotors on the front of the car. The 03 car of Wenzel up to 4th. Colton Martin holding on to the 5th spot. JD Stockwell, Colin Penn a little bit further on back. How about this dogfight for 8th? Dylan Zulo, Kyle Kenny back and forth, door handle to door handle, beating and banging on each other. Kyle Dumas right in behind in the 15 car. There's that 12 of Quadros all the way outside the top 10. Running in 11th now for the 12 car after a little bit of contact earlier on. Dominic LaFleur, Rodney Huntoon there in as well, trying to break into the top 10 rather, and move their way up into the top 5. High five from the flag stand. You can see he's getting ready. He's got it loaded up. He's going to give these drivers 5 to go once they cross the stripe. 5 laps to close out the race number 1 of the season, and that's going to carry your bragging rights all the way through the season, and that's going to make sure you start off the points battle with a bang. Going to be able to keep up with the points each and every race. We're going to have live points as they run starting next week here on VidaneTV. Nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is doing that. If anybody knows anything about live points, it's us here at VidaneTV. Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Thompson very, very casual on that wheel. Let's take a look at what's going on in the office here of the number 19 car. Another Sunday at the office. Little Sunday drive, little Wednesday evening drive. You can see comes out of turn number 4. Aims it for that wall. There's the flagman on the left-hand side of the racetrack. 3 laps to go for Aaron Thompson here at Oswego. Shippy right in behind, right on that back bumper. Is he going to be able to move? Does he have enough time to A, get to the bumper, and B, potentially use it? We've seen it short track racing many, many times here as we get popsicle sticks. 2 laps to go here in this one, especially up here in the Northeast. You always get the Teddy Christopher 3 bump. First bump, hey bud, I'm here. Second bump, hey bud, I'm quicker. Third bump, I told you. But there you see it. White flag, white rag, coming out of turn number 4. Aaron Thompson doing everything he can. 2 more turns to get the worst win of the season. 51 of Shippy taking a peek down low. Does he have enough time? Does he have enough car to get there? Down into 3 and 4 for the final time this evening. Not enough speed, not enough momentum for the 51 car. He's going to tuck back into the tire tracks, see if he can take something down on the bottom side, but the checkered flag going to go to Aaron Thompson in that 19 car. What a way to kick off street stock racing here on VidaneTV. If you didn't have enough of it tonight, there's a little bit of a fist bump with a race car. Always cool to see that. And Aaron Thompson going to come home with the victory. If that wasn't enough street stocks for you, check this out. Hey, we've got street stocks with the Turn4Podcast Winter iRacing League each and every single Wednesday night. You can catch this action live. We're going to let it breathe for just a few moments. We'll throw the final results, the unofficial results, up on the screen, and we're going to see if we can talk to our top 3 drivers here. There you can see Well, we'll have to get the timing and scoring all sorted out because that's showing Shippy as the winner. We will check and see what the deal is with that, with the race control, but we will get it all sorted out, and we will be back for the post-race show momentarily.
Huh.
Drama here at Oswego. Jumping the final restarts. That 19 car of Aaron Thompson got disqualified. Black flag, and then, well, there were some words exchanged on the radio. So a second black flag is going to put that 19 car back in the 16th position. But what that tells me is Skylar Shippey is going to come home with the first win of the season. Skylar, that 51 car was bad fast all night long. Talk to us, man. How you feeling?
Yeah, there was only one person faster, and that was the 19 car. I don't really know what happened, but I don't know if it's right or if it's wrong. I haven't seen it, but he ran a great race. Me and him were giving it everything we had those last 10 laps or so. I was beating the inside wall down every lap, so was he, and yeah, that was a good race.
Absolutely. It was fun to watch here as well. Big Street Stock fan. Big Street Stock guy here at VidaneTV HQ. So it's always cool to see these guys get around the short tracks, especially here at Oswego. And, man, the other question I got to say, this is the first time we've done a show here at Oswego Speedway here on VidaneTV. It's going to go down in the record books with Skylar Shippey is winning the very first one. How cool is that?
Yeah, I love this place. It's ever since they've added it, this is definitely my new favorite track in this game. It's a great time.
Absolutely. Got to give you an opportunity here. Nobody does this racing thing alone. Who's on the car? Who helps you get to and from the virtual racetrack?
We got Salon Meraki, Northeast Home Restorations, UNOH, and Perkins. And anybody out there watching.
Good deal. Always got to thank the fans here tonight. Congratulations, man. First win is a big one here at Oswego. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Slide on down pit road just a little bit. Great run for the 04 car. Great recovery there as well. Justin Prescott going to come home P2. Justin, how we feeling?
Considering how everything went, I'm pretty happy with that.
That's what it's all about. When you get into something and you know it's going to be a little bit squirrely and it turns out better than expected, you got to run with it. A solid run here tonight. P2 getting a little bit of money. That's another thing, too. Skylar Shippey finishing in the money, an extra $75 from the evening sponsors. Lightning sponsor hooking up the race sponsor here as well, and some bonus money on the line for the top three finishers from GTR Promotions. And, Justin, you're going to have an extra $50 in your pocket for coming home P2.
That's a great bonus. Can never get mad at money. So
absolutely, and got to give you an opportunity to thank whoever's on the car. Who gets you to and from the racetrack?
Gosh Chevrolet, A&H Fence Company, DJ, and all the Turn4 guys putting this on, the sponsors, you guys for doing the broadcast, and everybody watching and everybody coming out.
Great run tonight, bud. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And this car's real easy to see. JD Stockwell in the bright green 45 car with the chrome numbers. JD, great run here tonight. That 45 looks like it might be championship contender quality here this season.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I never got a good restart, but there were a few times I got into some people I didn't mean to at all, so I apologize for that. But I get it if they want to give it back to me. I'll fully expect it next week, honestly, after that. But no, I mean, it was pretty good. It was a good race.
That's what it's all about. Knowing that you might have what they call in the wrestling world a receipt coming, it kind of keeps you up on your toes and keeps the hands up on the wheel as well. So it makes for some great short track racing. Who gets you to and from the track, JD? Who's on the car?
Yeah, big thanks to my mom, my dad, Doug from Doug's Auto Body, and I guess Turn4 for putting this on, you guys for broadcasting it, everyone for watching, all the people that put up the money and sponsorship for it. Cool, we got to race for some money tonight and all year long. And yeah, everyone at Heat Race Heroes. I think that's about it.
Putting on a heck of a show here tonight, coming home with the third place. Congratulations, JD. We'll see you next week.
Yep, thank you.
And as we get ready to ship this one out, there you see the unofficial race results after 50 laps here at Oswego. The very first time VidaneTV has visited the racetrack. Skylar Shippey coming home with the win after a little bit of drama on a late race restart. Aaron Thompson getting the DQ on that one. And man, oh man, that's they are still chirping outside the big red truck. We're going to let those guys do their thing. We don't want to go live over there. Justin Prescott coming home in second. J.D. Stockwell going to come home in third. There you see Colton Martin and Nathan Wenzel, the 03 car, wrapping up the top 5. Colin Penn, Kyle Kenny, Tony Quadros dropping back outside the top 10, able to rebound to that 8th position in the 12 car. Dylan Zulo and Kyle Dumas rounding out the top 10. A boop turned the page. There you see Rodney Huntoon going to finish in 11th. Dominic Lafleur going to finish in 12th. Kyle Buck, Evan Burke, and Sean Boudreau going to be the top 15 drivers on the lead lap. Aaron Thompson, there you can see finishing in the first car 1 lap down after that DQ. The 46 car of Eric Lundar, Eric Pomasco, Aaron Benware, Garrett Benson, multiple laps down after earlier incidences. And there you can see the rest of the field. DJ Gerard going to finish shotgun, 24 cars starting this one here tonight. And you can see the drivers that we sent home, 25th on back. Justin Beecher, Christopher Colburn, Casey Hodgden, Mike Hopkins, Michael Countermarsh, Jason Gaudette Jr. in the 17 car, and Jimmy DeCourcy in the 74. So big fields here on Wednesday nights. Looking forward to some street stock racing, and looking forward to having a street stock legend in the booth next Wednesday night. We're going to get hooked up with a good friend of ours here at VidaneTV and make sure we make a little magic happen. From everybody here at VidaneTV for the Turn4Podcast Winter iRacing League and Oswego Speedway, we will catch you on the flip side. And when we do, we are going to be doing it live.